My name is Duddits, I do builds and stuff, and today I just want to say this is one of the best builds I have ever created. We are going to be featuring Touch of Malice, a Void Titan. We've got Devour going. You are absolutely unkillable with this build. Whilst we are wielding the Touch of Malice, we're going to be able to destroy mages, bosses and champions very, very easily, abusing the Blight from the Touch of Malice. It's absolutely disgusting, this build. So much damage, and you're going to have health regen left, right and centre. And we're going to be featuring an exotic that we don't use a lot. I don't see many people using it on the Titan, but it's absolutely perfect for this build. So stay tuned if you want to see absolute destruction. The first part of the build is going to be around Touch of Malice. The final round in the magazine deals bonus damage drawn from the wielder's life force and then regenerates itself. Rapidly defeating 3 targets, restores health. This is being buffed recently. This works absolutely perfectly with this now, so you can get loads of health back just from that. And also the final round does so much damage. It's also got the perk on there, charged with Blight. Precision hits, drain combatant's life force and charge up a ball of darkness. Press and hold, reload, and it unleashes like a take on Blight, and that debuffs enemies for Weapon of Sorrows by 50%, so you get an extra 50% damage. They did a load of changes to this at the beginning of the season. You can no longer kill yourself. I'm not going to play this out, I'll just leave it so you can pause and view it. But if you run it with Echo of Starvation, picking up a Void Breach or an Orb of Power, it gives you Devour. And once you've got Devour going, you are pretty much unkillable just on its own. As long as you are aggressive, you get the kills. You've got the Devour going all of the time. I pair this with Bastion because every time you cast your super, you grant an overshield to your nearby allies even. And then on top of that, if you put your barricade down, you're going to get a nice crispy overshield as well. Controlled demolition is the other aspect I like to run with this, because every time you hit something with a void ability, it's going to make them volatile. Then volatile explosions, when you kill them, like so, it's going to heal you as well as the Devour and your teammates. So controlled demolition is absolutely perfect for this. Going to have void explosions going left, right and centre. On top of your Devour, you've got healing from that as well. Plus you've got that Bastion going as well, your other aspect, to get an overshield from your barricade and from hitting something with your melee ability as well. You can always pop your bubble as well to get an extra 25% damage. And once you've got it all set up, you are literally causing detonations, healing and absolute carnage everywhere you go. This gun is absolutely disgusting. Paired with this particular build, it is even more disgusting. I just want to touch on shoot to loot as well, because to proc Devour, sometimes you don't really be wanting to run out and pick up an orb of power. So if you've got a shoot to loot weapon, you can just shoot an orb like so, and you've got Devour going that way, so you don't have to run out for that orb. You can just shoot it, proc your Devour, and then you're literally on a roll. You can stay back, get up close, smash things to death, get loads of health regen as well. So I just wanted to touch on shoot to loot. And again, just a quick sort of example, I put my shield down, my barricade to get my overshield. You got your detonations going from your controlled demolition, and you've got orbs coming out left, right and centre for your Devour. Now the exotic of choice is Mask of the Quiet One. This is why I was saying not many people use this. It's such a good helmet. It grants ability energy when you are damaged. This does not work with Touch of Malice final round, but whenever you get damaged by an enemy, you are going to get ability energy. So you're going to get loads of grenade and melee energy. And when you are critically wounded, regain maximum health on kills. And when you pair this with Echo of Vigilance, defeating a target while your shields are depleted, it's going to grant you a void overshield. These two working together is just an extra backup on top of the Devour. Now watch my health here, watch what happens. Bang, straight up to the top, that overshield. It is really, really good. Now it does have a cooldown, Echo of Vigilance, but this is where the Mask of the Quiet One kicks in. You'll notice there my Echo of Vigilance has got a cooldown, but still watch my health. Just watch it. That is the Mask of the Quiet One kicking in. And on top of that, you've got your Devour as well in the background, which I didn't have in this clip, but I just wanted to show you it working without Devour. I'm just going to quickly go over my other aspects and fragments just to get them all nailed. Controlled demolition, which we've touched on. I also run Bastion again, which we've touched on. Now regarding your abilities, you can pretty much run whatever you want. I like Vortex Grenade, I find it does quite a lot of damage. Perfect for controlled demolition. Shield throw, because that also procs your Bastion. Get a shield hit, that will give you a little bit of an overshield as well. The rest is entirely up to you. I like to run a Ward of Dawn, but you can run anything you want. Echo Undermining, your void grenades weaken targets. This is too good not to run, even though it costs -20 discipline. Echo Vigilance is what we've touched on. This is absolutely vital for this build. Echo Starvation, again, this one is absolutely vital. And then the last one is Echo Persistence, just to make your overshield and devour have an increased duration. And once you've got all this sort of set up, this is the type of things you can do for it. I tested this in 1840s, Lost Sectors and GMs, mainly GMs, and you are literally a wrecking machine with this build. Again, just putting your bubble down for your teammates, your overshield. You got devour going, you got your controlled demolition, and your touch of malice is just absolutely wrecking everything up close, far away. Damage against mages, damage against champions. It is so good. Better than Wishender, in my opinion. It kills 10 times quicker than Wishender. And what I did notice else with this build as well, the amount of super energy you get from this, because you're just doing rapid precision hits all the time. It rivals Wishender's capabilities of getting your super back as well. I was getting so many supers with this build. It is absolutely disgusting. Now, I just want to really focus on this charge with Blight, the taken Blight, and how useful this is, because it does give you a 50% debuff to your Touch of Malice, but if you've got other people running Osteostriga or Necrochasm, it also gives them a 50% buff as well. Any weapon of sorrow, it gives them a 50% debuff. But look at the state of this. This is a 1840 barrier champion, and once you hit him with that Blight, he is absolutely like a butter. You are a knife, and he is butter. And then the actual blinding effects from this Blight is super strong, and it's extremely useful for mages in GMs like so. It literally renders enemies useless for about 10 seconds. Really strong. And again, just to sort of clear this up, this is a GM enemy. Watch what happens here when it's debuffed. It feels like an open world dreg, and this is a major wizard, and you know, if you've done this GM, how tanky these are. It just absolutely destroys them. But that's the video. I'm going to leave sort of everything in the video description. I'll leave a dim link. The only thing I've got left to do now is go through my mods. So if you want to see how I build around this with the mods, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. So, this is how I build around this. So, just to start with, I like to pair it with Lasting Impression Rocket Launcher because it works perfectly together. The Lasting Impression, and you're going to get your damage from your Touch of Malice on top of that as well. So, you're practically doing two different types of damage. You can do your damage with your Touch of Malice, while your Lasting Impression Rocket Launcher is just about to pop off. So, I found that a good pairing. And then again, as we touched on, something in your energy slot, something with shoot to loot for your devour is perfect. My mods, I like to run elemental, oh well, no, it's not called that anymore, is it? Anyway, time dilation, your decaying armor charge has a longer duration. Reaper, every time you use your class ability, your next weapon, final blow spawns an orb of power. That works really nicely with Bastion. Bomber reduces your grenade cooldown when you use your class ability. On my legs, I like to try and run 3 kinetic surges if I can. I could only fit 2 on, but if I could, I'd fit 3 on. So 3 kinetic surges or 2 kinetic surges for that extra damage for your Touch of Malice. On my on my chest, I like to run Concussive Dampener all of the time, and then a couple of resistance mods, whatever the activity is at the time. Now the arms are also quite important for this build, because if you run 2 bolstering detonations, that grants class ability every time you cause damage with a grenade, so you're going to get loads and loads of overshields. And then firepower, your grenade final blows create orbs of power. Kinetic Siphon, that's an obvious one. And another thing with this as well, because Touch of Malice is an exotic primary, you're going to create loads of heavy, so a heavy ammo finder and a heavy ammo scout for your teammates. That's everything. Let us know what you think of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.